Hi everybody, MRC Kid here, and today I'm going to do something that I've actually never done on my channel before. Now, I know I mostly haven't done that much, I haven't made that much videos, but this one is a big step up for my channel. Mostly, this is actually never made, this was like nothing that I have ever done before. So, today I'm going to show you my favorite American diesels. Now, this is mostly EMD, mostly made all these engines. So now I'm just gonna say EMD on every single engine. EMD, EMD, EMD. Now, mostly these are only 3 locomotives. Mostly I always do I only have 3 engines. Whenever I do a playlist, I only have 3 engines, like deleted scenes. They're only about 3. They're about 3. Only 3 deleted scenes. And this is the same about these EMD locomotives. Now, maybe this is going to be a little bit of a long video. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. And first up, we got the SD40 EMD. I don't need to tell you anymore. Now, if you keep on skipping ahead, if you skip ahead, the people who do skip ahead, maybe you guys are like, I haven't skipped ahead because most of you saw this part. The people who skip ahead, maybe I'm repeating myself. So mostly, if I repeat myself, that's because the people who skip ahead, they just skip ahead to the next one and don't want to hear the first one. But I'm sure many of you like the SD40, don't you? Like, the SD40 just looks beautiful to me. Now, the SD40 says a road switcher, that's what Wikipedia says. Now, if this is a road switcher, maybe the really old ones, though, maybe made in the 70s or the 60s, were maybe road switchers now, but the rest that are made, I'm sure, are in good condition, because mostly the SD60 is actually, when I look at
SD40
in most videos now, I see that they're actually main line locomotives. So they're on the main line, mostly just pulling big trains. And I'm like, that's not a road switcher. But mostly they always got a helper engine. So mostly I mostly look at CSX, which if you don't know what CSX is, then you don't know then you're not really, and you're in America, then that's a little bit, I'm like, and you're not really a big train fan right now. But CSX is mostly, I'll talk about it later, because most of the trains I like is mostly CSX that's brought the engine. Now, the SD40, I don't, to my thoughts, I don't think is a road switcher. I could be wrong because I don't know that much about the engine, but I still know a little bit about it. Now, it's also saying, now you all know this is from America. And it's also in Canada, because mostly CP and CN. Canadian National and Canadian Pacific. Now, I'm not I like Canada, okay? I've never been there, I've never been to America or Canada, but still, this is okay, I like Canada. I'm not a big fan, and I'm not not a fan. I'm okay with Canada. Let's just go with that. I must say, actually, this has not happened the first time. My dogs just mostly they have barked a few times. So mostly, let's keep on going. Now, No, that's all I have to say on the SD40. So now we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, forgot something. Now I'm gonna tell you the brands of the engines. Now the SD40. This is some big brands that I know that mostly have the SD40. So why don't you just lay back and let me tell you the brands that have the SD40. Now CP has mostly the SD40, and we have CSX, and we also know Santa Fe has it, Conrail has it, which mostly Conrail is also a big company, and we all know that Norfolk Southern has it. Now, I think this is a container company, right? A shipping company. So this is not a railroad company. This is actually a shipping company, and I think you pronounce it as Mariska. I'll tell you how to spell it. Maersk. Mariskers. I can't say that. Now we also got BN. Now BN is one of my favorites. BNSF is also a good one, but mostly I don't know if actually BNSF actually owns this. I think BNSF does. Does it? No, I don't think so. Now BN owns it. Now Santa Fe, I think. Yeah, I already said Santa Fe. I think. Now we also, and that's all of them. Actually, yeah, there is a BNS. No, that's not. That's not. That's not. That's actually not a. That's not a. That's a SD39-2. 39, not 40. Now that's all for the SD40. Now I may be been saying this for I may be been saying this for a pretty long time. I've just been talking about one engine for 7 minutes now. That's a little bit of a delay, mostly for the EMD F7. Now you just maybe skip the head because that was just so long. Now this isn't, I think, is a streamlined diesel because for the looks of it, it's maybe mixed traffic because I've seen it pull freight. Now we know most American diesels are just mixed traffic. So what do I got to say for this one? Now I do the same thing with every time I mostly talk about these engines. Maybe the last one I have a little bit more information because I actually have put in a lot of effort because what I have one of my model trains is it's I got the model train version of it, and maybe you may be thinking it's maybe from EMD, so it's not that it's not those little switches that it has. So now you think it's the SD70 ACE or it's the SD60. Now you'll see later. This it was made. Now I'm gonna go with the 1950s and the 1960s. Now, alright, so now because it's a little bit weird. So mostly I see a lot of Santa faces. It looks like super straight. So yeah, Santa Fe was like a big streamliner loco. Like Santa Fe was also a big streamliner company back in the days, like the 30s and the 40s. But now, like they got the blue and yellow livery, which is kind of like for like a freight train, kind of like a freight train, Like that's the freight train version of Santa Fe's. Now there's not that much brands. I don't know that much brands who bought the F7. Now the F7, I just found out the F7 because I started reading an F7 manual once. Because one of the F7, like once I was actually needing, I really needed to mostly read. I was trying to mostly, like, I wasn't good at reading, so mostly they got me to read. I got to read an F7 manual. I didn't read that much of it, which maybe I didn't really actually read anything of it. Now it's somebody's saying the F7 from the 1930s. Um, uh, it's from the late 1940s, which is actually 1949. It says February 1949, which that I don't really know. And then it also says December 1953, so I don't really know. That's why it says between the 1940s and the 1950s. Now, I'm trying to look for some of the F7, like what brands to buy it. Now they're pretty small brands. Most of them are just small brands, so I just had to say the big brands because the small. I don't know any of those small brands. Now, first up, we got UP, Union Pacific, and Norfolk Southern, CN, which stands for Canadian National, and then we got Santa Fe. You already know that. I may have just said that earlier. Now, what else? No, I think that's. Oh, actually, Amtrak had one. Amtrak. And that's pretty much BN, Burlington Northern, Ven, what was that called again? What the? Was it like some? I forgot the name of it. Like it's like a small passenger train company, and like kind of like Go Train, but I think Go Train mostly. Let me see if Go Train actually got this because I'm sure Go Train. Did Go Train get this one? Yes, the Go Train actually did get it. It's kind of the same as Go Train. Now, isn't that what it's called? Go Train? I forgot. Now, if you type up F7 train, Go Train, then you'll maybe see an F7 locomotive. Now, that's not what came up for me, but mostly I saw an F7 Go Train on there, so that's all I say about the F7. Now we go to the SD60, made in 1984. Now, this one I've got, this is a little bit of a lot of information. So, mostly, I didn't know there was an SD60 Mac. Now there's an SD60, SD60, the SD60F. I never saw the SD60F. Now, the SD60F, I haven't seen yet. Maybe could be just the same. Just maybe has a different name, and maybe the F stands for something. Actually, no, there's nothing close. The SD60F is something pretty big. And we got the SD60 I? Isn't that I or L? Yes, this is kind of looks. Now, this kind of looks like the SD60M, not the SD60i. So, the SD60M is just like a tinier, like, kind of the same thing, but I don't know what this stands for. And then we got the I'll maybe just add this to the list, the SD50 and the SD70. Now, if you type up the SD70, it's not going to be the SD, like, it's made the ACE. Now, I just typed up the SD70 Mac. The Mac 60 looks just Mac. The same as the, that just looks the same as the SD70M and the SD60M. The SD70. Like, there's so much of them that I can't really remember. Now we got the SD70E. So I got heaps of information on the SD60. I'm gonna call it class because it's kind of like it's a class. Like, oh no, that's right. Now this kind of looks now it looks like this thing has a face. Now I'm kind of making fun of this. I'm sorry. But it just looks weird. It's very weird. Now it's got very tiny windows at the front, and it's kind of like the SD70, but just not with like a sharp nose look, but with a flat front. So that's what the SD70E is. Now, I'll tell you the brands that brought the SD60, just the final SD60, no M's or anything at the back. Now we got Norfolk Southern, CSX, CP, Sue, which if you type up Sue, I don't think that's Sue. Maybe I have to type up Sue Train to mostly get this on. Get this. Sue, I'm sure what's going to come up is Sue Train. You have to type up Sue Train. Yes, Sue Train. Sue Train actually also had an F7. So if you just I just want to say the Sue Train actually had an F7. So because I didn't cover that, and I didn't know that. Well, that's pretty much it for my very long video that you may be like, oh my god. Like, this is a long video of mine. So, have a great day. Pretty much for me, it's almost nighttime. Like and subscribe. See you later, guys. Bye.